The House tax bill has passed. None of the Democratic amendments were accepted. How are the Democrats trying to weigh in on the process under these circumstances?
Well, I think what we're doing right now is reminding Americans, if they don't know already, how bad this bill is. That it will raise taxes on 36 million middle-class Americans. Almost 25% of my constituency will see a tax increase on the average of $1,200 under this Republican tax bill. So this is a bad bill. They promised this, and they said that this would not raise taxes on any American, that there'd be a tax cut for everyone, and that simply isn't panning out to be true.
They couldn't really promise that, could they?
No, but that's what they said, and it was a bad promise to begin with, a foolish promise. But here, it's not even remotely close to everyone getting a tax break, when a full quarter of working men and women will see a tax increase. You see all the deductions that have been eliminated, and we see what they've done to state and local taxes, what they've done in terms of the House and reducing the eligibility for mortgage interest deduction, lowering it from $1 million to $500,000. That directly and squarely hits people in my district in Queens, where the average price of a home, a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, is well over in excess of $500,000.
So you pointed out the ways it will affect your constituents. Is it resonating with them? Because we see national polls, at least, that say people aren't paying much attention to this one way or the other on either side of the issue.
Well, I think the closer they get to the reality of this becoming law, it passed the House. And remember, this moved very quickly. There wasn't much time to let it sink in exactly what repercussions there would be for the average American on this. But clearly, from our vantage point, this has been a special interest, corporate, special interest driven bill, a wealthy interest driven bill. They will see the overwhelming reduction in taxes. Corporate alone will see a 15% drop in taxes, and the mega wealthy will see a drop in taxes that is obscene, I think. And I think most people will see that. We don't need that. What we need to be doing is focusing on job development and job growth in the United States and wage increase. And we don't believe this bill will do that.
How confident are you that your Republican colleagues will vote, especially in high tax states, will vote against the final bill?
I think they're really nervous about having to have a second vote on this in the House. I don't know what spell my Republican colleagues from California are under. I know Darrell Issa voted no, but for the most part, they supported this bill, and I think it's really counter to the interests of their constituents. And for the life of me, I can't figure it out.
Well, but the House version has a $10,000 deduction you can take for real estate tax. Is that enough to take care of the problem? Did that help people like Darrell Issa say, yes, I can go along with it?
No, I don't think it did. Nearly, especially in California, where they have much higher home prices, even than New York, for instance. So I think that Mimi Rogers and others within California, I think even Tom Reed in New York, I think folks in New Jersey who voted for this, I think they'll have some, they'll have to really explain to their voters why they support that.
Are you speaking to them? Do you
I have. I've been very direct to my colleagues about this, because people say don't take it so personally. This is a very personal issue. There's probably nothing more personal to the American people than taxes. And if they see their taxes go up, they're going to want to know why they went up, and they're going to want to know who to blame for that. And I think there'll be plenty of blame going around if this bill actually becomes law.
As a practical matter, leading the Democratic caucus in the House, is your best shot in the House when it comes back out of conference, or is it actually next November?
Well, I do think that there'll be a lot of answering for. Look, we're actually going to blow out the national debt by another $1.5 trillion. In fact, it's $2.2 to $2.3 trillion when you add the interest into that as well. You have to see enormous growth in order to negate that increase into our debt. And I just think that this, amongst other things, including, I think, the instability, I think, of our president right now, both domestically and internationally, that's what's going to be driving people. That and a vision for jobs that Democrats will set forth for the American people. You said that there will be blame to go around. Do you expect that Democrats will take back the House if this gets passed? I think this will be a contributing factor. I think that, along with the American attitude towards the president right now, we saw the results of those most recent elections in Virginia and New Jersey, which were very negative for the president. But I think we also have to offer a jobs agenda, a growth agenda for the United States and the American people, and Democrats are going to do that.